My name is Nicolette Dennis, and I am the principal of Will Rogers College Junior and Senior High School. And I've been asked to talk a little bit about bullying and the devastating effect it has on a school. First, I'd like to talk a little bit about just what bullying is and what constitutes bullying and how sometimes we use that word inappropriately. So bullying really has to do with power. It's when one person has more power over another person, when one person is using that power to get something that they want or to make another person feel badly. So an example is when I was a little girl, I used to walk to school with a couple of my friends and my sisters and a group of older boys. I actually went to an elementary junior high. And a bunch of the junior high kids would often surround us and basically shake us down for our lunch money. And we'd give it to them. We'd give it to them because we were afraid of them. They were bigger and they would push us around. Occasionally when we saw those boys coming at us, we were able to run away because we were all really quick. And we were able to avoid the bullying. That's an example of bullying because those boys were intimidating us and they were using their size to get something they wanted, which was money, and they frightened us. So that's a good example of bullying. Sometimes bullying also has to do when people force someone else to give the answers to them, or when people force people to do things that they are not wanting to do, like give them their book or give them their money or basically give them their kind of self-dignity. We sometimes use bullying, though, when two people are having a conflict. Maybe one of the people is a friend of yours or an acquaintance of yours, maybe doesn't have a lot of power over you, and maybe you're even friends every day. But on a particular occasion, you guys have a disagreement and somebody says something mean to you, and we'll say that's an example of being bullied, when really it isn't. Ultimately, bullying has to do with power. And the reason that we as a school and as a country are taking a stand against bullying is because kids that are bullied have a long history of feeling alone, alienated, depressed. They go through junior and senior high school, elementary school as well, feeling like they are vulnerable and that they don't have a place in the world. And as adults, these people really struggle with identity sometimes and depression. So it's very important that we have an inclusive school where kids feel like they're safe and feel like they have someone that will look after them if they do feel like they're being intimidated and bullied by other students. So here at Will Rogers, we're committed as a school community to make sure that everyone has a place, that everyone feels safe, and if they don't feel safe or have a place, that there's a place to go so that somebody will advocate for them. Thank you. Don't be a bully.